There are people who have opened the same app every single day for over 5 years, not because they love it, because the thought of watching a number reset to 0 makes them physically anxious. That number is a Duolingo streak, and that anxiety is not an accident. It was engineered deliberately down to the last notification. But here's the part that flips the whole story. The man who built that guilt machine wasn't trying to get rich off your attention. He was trying to give something away, something he watched money buy for the lucky few, growing up in a country where most people couldn't afford it. This is the story of how making people a little bit addicted became the only way to keep a promise. His name is Luis von Ahn. He grew up in Guatemala, where he noticed something that stuck with him. A good education wasn't really about being smart. It was about having money. The families who could pay bought English lessons in better schools. And English, it turned out, tracked almost perfectly with income. Von Ahn was already famous in tech before Duolingo. He invented CAPTCHA, those prove your human tests, and then reCAPTCHA, which quietly used millions of those tests to digitize old books. He sold it to Google. He could have done anything next. What he chose to do was try to flip the thing he grew up resenting, to take the best language education in the world and make it completely free, so it would reach the people who could never afford it. In 2011, with his PhD student Severin Hacker, he founded Duolingo. And here's where good intentions hit a wall. Free education sounds noble. It is also almost impossible to make work, for 2 brutal reasons. First, almost nobody sticks with learning a language on their own. Most people who start quit. Motivation fades in days. Second, and this is the trap of doing it for free, when someone stops paying you, you have a reason to fight for them. A subscription you'll lose. A bill they're wasting. But when it's free and they drift away, there's no invoice, no leverage, nothing. Free is exactly the thing that makes people not value it and not come back. So Von Ahn had a problem most mission-driven founders never solve. He couldn't charge the people he was trying to reach, and he couldn't let them quit. The only thing left to build was a reason to come back that had nothing to do with money. His answer starts with the streak, and the psychology under it is one of the most reliable findings in all of behavioral science. Losing something hurts about twice as much as gaining the same thing feels good. A streak turns that into a user interface element. Day 2 of a streak is nothing, but the prospect of losing day 2000, that's not missing a lesson. That's watching 5 years of identity evaporate. The streak quietly stops being a measure of your learning and becomes a thing you own. And people protect what they own far harder than they chase what they don't. It is a genuinely brilliant, slightly ruthless idea. And remember what it's in service of. Keeping someone learning who was never going to be billed for stopping. Then come the notifications. And this is where it gets almost uncomfortably clever. Duolingo doesn't send everyone the same reminder. It runs an engine that has learned, from billions of nudges, which specific guilt trip is most likely to make you open the app tonight, and sends you that one. It even weaponizes reverse psychology. One famous notification reads, essentially, "These reminders don't seem to be working, so we'll stop sending them." People who ignore everything else open the app in a panic. Wait, don't give up on me. Play that back, and it sounds like a manipulation textbook. But hold the judgment for one more second, because the target of all this engineering is the exact person the education system already failed. The rest of the machine keeps the whole thing standing. Hearts let you fail only so many times before you have to wait, practice, or pay. So the people who can pay quietly subsidize the hundreds of millions who never will. And then there's Duo, the owl. A mascot Duolingo turned into an internet menace, threatening your streak in a way that became a global joke, and made a language app of all things genuinely cool. None of it is subtle. All of it works, and it all points the same direction. Keep you here, keep you learning, without ever making you pay to do it. And this is what all that ruthlessness bought. hundreds of millions of people learning a language, the overwhelming majority of them paying nothing. Kids in places where a private tutor was never an option. Adults reaching for a better job through the one skill that tracks with income. The exact people Luis von Ahn watched get left behind, now carrying the best language course in the world in their pocket for free. The streak, the guilt notifications, the owl judged on their own. They look like a casino, judged by what they are for. They're the machinery that turned a beautiful, unsustainable promise into something that actually reached 1 billion pockets. So here's the play. If your mission is to reach the people who can't pay you, then engagement isn't a growth tactic. It is the mission. You have to earn the return visit as ruthlessly as any addictive app, because the alternative isn't a lost customer. It's a person who needed what you built and drifted away. But that same power is exactly what turns a habit into a trap. So here's the line von Ahn's whole company lives or dies on, and the one worth stealing. If your streak vanished tomorrow, would your users still show up? If yes, you built a habit that serves them. If no, you just built a cage. And no mission, however noble, survives being a cage. Duolingo's bet is that the learning is real, and the guilt is just the door. That's the whole game. And it's a bet worth making with your eyes open.